Okay. Well, welcome everybody. For those of you that don't know me, I am Haylie Jones. I'll give myself a little bit of an introduction in a second, but this is our weekly Essential Oils Made Easy workshop. So for the next 35 to 45 minutes, I will be your gracious host, and I will be hanging out with you guys, hopefully giving you a little bit of fun, educational, inspirational information that you can take home and use and incorporate. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys so that you have kind of a reference that you can follow along with me with. Feel free to take any screenshots of any of the information that I share. I'm happy to have you have all of that information. Okay, can you guys see this screen? Yes, you guys are good? Okay. So this is, like I said, our Essential Oils Made Easy workshop. And if you have any questions that come up as we're going through, I'll try to touch on a few of those if I can at the end, but feel free to chat those through. I love answering questions and I love being helpful and offering any of the knowledge and stuff that I have. So please just chat that through and I am happy to answer any of those questions. So let's dive right in. If you guys have some essential oils handy, I encourage you to grab them. Whatever you have, it doesn't matter. Any essential oil that you have. If you don't have any essential oils around, that's totally okay. We'll get you some essential oils. So any essential oils that you have nearby handy, grab those, grab your pen and your paper, and we're going to dive in. So like I said, I am Haylie Jones. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a holistic wellness, macro, and empowerment coach. And my biggest passion is combining science and nature and small daily habits to create transformation for anybody who's looking for transformation or wanting to incorporate a natural and holistic lifestyle. So I truly believe that education leads to empowerment and empowerment leads to healing. So together through education and empowerment, we can all heal together. And so this is like my bread and butter, and I'm so passionate about it that I almost have to bring myself down when I'm teaching workshops, so I'm not in your face. I hope you guys can come to one of my live classes one of these days so I can be bouncing all over the room with you because it's so fun to me. I am an outdoor enthusiast through and through. If you find me on Instagram and follow me, I love being outdoors and doing everything outdoors. I have 2 horses and a wild, crazy little pit bull. I love mountain biking, and by far my favorite thing ever on the planet is smiling. So this is a picture of my husband and I, and as you can tell, we're kind of like each other a lot. We're just silly people. So bear with me if I make you fall out of your seat because of all the things that I'm about to share with you guys. So here's the Instagram information if you'd like to follow, but let's move into this. The goal of this class, like I talked about, education and empowerment, is to empower you. I hope that by the end of this, you feel like you have the education and a little bit of some comfortability about essential oils and what the heck they are. So you might be totally experienced in this workshop or attended several or a complete novice. And so whatever that is for you, I encourage you still to participate and to dive in. It's just a really great way to create a natural wellness lifestyle in your home. So empowerment, we're going to talk about 3 super cool things about essential oils. We're going to talk about 3 ways to use essential oils, and we're talking specifically about doTERRA essential oils. So I want to make sure that that's clear. And then if you choose to be curious about essential oils and want to incorporate them into your life, how the heck would you get them? So I will talk about how you can get some essential oils into your home. All right. So if you have an essential oil in front of you, do you guys have an essential oil? Anybody have an essential oil? If you do, I encourage you to open the bottle and just take a breath of it. I'm going for wild orange right now because this dude is my jam. So if you have wild orange, get that guy. If you have peppermint, get that guy. It's awesome. If you don't have an essential oil, fake it, hide it. We won't know. Breathe your essential oil. It's just a powerful way to just aromatically get some essential oils into your life. So let's talk. First cool thing. There's going to be a big, huge test at the end, so I hope you're paying attention. The first thing that's super awesome and rad about essential oils is they're safe. And when I'm talking about safety, I'm talking about they are natural, they have benefits without the side effects, we almost talk about the side benefits. We'll use an essential oil for a very targeted thing, for instance, and you'll just find this other amazing benefit that came from it. So it's a really great way to just figure out these unconventional ways that essential oils can work for you, because we're always experimenting and we're like, wow, that oil does that. I thought it was for this. So we always talk about the side benefits. There are no side effects, no interactions with other things that you're using in your life. They are so safe in that way. And these are extracts from plants. So these essential oils specifically are 50 to 70 times more powerful than their dried herb equivalent, which is huge. So to kind of put that in perspective for you about the power of essential oils and how a little goes a long way, 1 drop of peppermint, we have peppermint on the screen here, 1 drop, I'm talking, there's 250 drops in that bottle that you see pictured there. 1 drop has the same therapeutic equivalent as drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. That is like wildly powerful. So if you ever think an upset stomach, right, we go for like a digestive tea or like a tummy tamer, kind of a blend of a tea if you're a tea drinker. And we think about peppermint tea, it's great for digestion. So if you think about drinking 28 cups of that to get the therapeutic benefit of just 1 drop of an essential oil, all I think about is I'll be up all night peeing, all night long. Like I can't drink that much tea, that's insane. So peppermint is a great way to support your digestive system. It's great for all of that stuff. So I just wanted to give you that perspective of how potent and powerful they can be. And specific to doTERRA, these are certified pure tested grade essential oil. So they're pure and they're potent, making them super safe. And when we talk about purity and potency, just to give you some clarity around that, when we're talking about purity, we're talking about these essential oils being free of any metals, pesticides, fillers, other plant material that might have fallen into the plant distillation process. They are free and clear of all of those things that are just possibilities. And they test them 47 different times. So every liter of every batch is tested when it comes to them, when it comes back to us, and then again before it gets sold to the consumer. And so they really are transparent and diligent about making sure that these essential oils are pure and don't have anything else in there. And then when we talk about potency, we're talking about these essential oils doing the exact same thing every single time you use them. Have you ever like purchased something and you use it and then it stops working? And you're like, what the heck? Did they change the ingredients? Did they change the recipe? Like what's going on here? These need to be the exact same chemical makeup every single time. So we're talking chemistry. So whether you're a total science nerd like me or not, just know that they are testing for chemistry to make sure that they have the exact same chemical constituents in the exact same ratios every single time, so that they will work on a biological and chemical level in our bodies. So for me, being a science person, I'm like, thank you, because I'm an evidence-based person. Like, give me the science. That's how my brain works. So safety, okay? Safety is the first thing. So when you think about peppermint, I don't know if you guys are familiar with peppermint. It is amazing for cooling your body. So peppermint might be something if you live where it's hot in the summertime. I live where it can be 100 degrees. I know some of you on here probably live where it could be 110 degrees or more, or whether it's hot or not. Peppermint has the powerful to bring your core body temperature down. So whether that's temperature outside, you're hot in your house, or you get sick and you get a fever, it's a great way to reduce your core body temperature. So this one is also very energizing. So if you ever feel like you want to lay down and take a nap in the middle of the day, anybody? It's just me. I can't be the anomaly in this group. If you want to take a nap in the middle of the day, okay. Some of you want to take a nap in the middle of the day. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Those of you who have never wanted to take a nap in the middle of the day, I think you're lying to yourself. Peppermint is super energizing. So I like to say it's an espresso shot without the caffeine. So I use peppermint a lot to maintain my energy later in the day, or if I feel like I didn't sleep very well the night before, it's really great for that. So those are just a few highlights about peppermint. But what I want you to focus on when I talk about any of the essential oils in this workshop is that it is one essential oil for a huge range of ailments, and it can target so many different things. So I like to compare this array of essential oils that I'm about to dive into with you as your medicine cabinet. So when you look in a medicine cabinet historically, right, we have like, I remember my grandparents' medicine cabinet. You guys probably have the same experience. You open the medicine cabinet and it was like this cream for God knows what, and then something for digestion, and then this other thing for like constipation, and another thing for managing like bloating, and another thing for indigestion, and another thing for heartburn, and then allergies, and then headaches, that like 19 different things for headaches. I was like, good Lord, like you need like 4 folding medicine cabinets with all the stuff that was in there, right? So now I'm talking about taking all of these things that were like headache, allergies, rashes, joint pain, all the stuff, and you can use one essential oil for like 20 things. So we're shrinking our medicine cabinet, but targeting a lot more. So we're basically talking about how to replace our medicine cabinets and how we can get more equipped for when stuff happens and you don't have to have this like whole situation of all that stuff. So this is a really great one to have in there, is peppermint. Okay, so safety was the very first cool thing. Second thing is effectiveness. So when I talk about essential oils being effective, I'm talking about them being able to get to the root cause of different health concerns. So if you allow me to, if I may, take you back to high school biology for a second. Okay, look at this image. This might be very elementary to some of you, but it is a great image. So if you see that image on the screen, right, it's a cell, and inside of the cell is a little orange looking sun thing, right? And then we've got the purple thing on the outside, just to kind of distill it down to something super simple. So your cell membrane is that transparent looking piece on the outside. The only job of every single one of your cells' cell membranes is to protect the inside of your cells from anything funky. So if you eat pesticide-laced produce, for instance, its only job is to keep any pesticides or any funky stuff from getting inside your cell and contaminating it. So whenever something gets inside of your cell and contaminates the nucleus of the cell, it likes to replicate itself, right? That's where mutations happen. That's where free radicals happen. It's where basically just damage. Think of like balls and chains running around in your body trying to like weigh all the other healthy cells down. So this thing, it's like just all it does is like protect. It's like on guard all the time. So if you see that little purple thing on the outside, that is depicting bacteria. So all bacteria that gets in our body lives on the outside of a cell. So if we take something like an antibiotic because we have a bacterial infection, for instance, it's going to work because antibiotics can float around outside of our cells and target those things that are living on the outside of the cells. Now, something that lives on the inside of the cell, unfortunately for us, are viruses. So that sun, I don't know why they made it look like a sun. Suns are like happy and viruses are not happy. The virus is what lives on the inside of the cell. And so that virus living on the inside of the cell is untouchable from anything synthetic, including antibiotics. So you ever go to the doctor and they give you something because you're sick, you've been sick for like 10 days. And they're like, okay, if you take this and it works, it was bacterial. If it doesn't work, you handle it for 10 days, right? Until you feel better. That happened to all of us, anybody that's ever had an experience with some type of an antibiotic. And so they're just doing the best they can with what they've got. But essential oils, on the other hand, can diffuse across the cell membrane. So they can actually go inside of your cell and help your cell do what it's already programmed to do, eliminate that virus. And the reason they have the ability to permeate that cell membrane is because it's made up of the exact same cells, or the exact same stuff our cells are made up of, which is so fascinating. So if you think about that, essential oils have the power to get inside there and eradicate the root cause of different things, which is why they work. So this is a really powerful image, I think, to talk about the effectiveness of essential oils. So when we talk about viruses and bacteria, we like to talk about On Guard. Fitting name. I like to think about these little like army guys with their swords and shields, like On Guard. They always have an accent in my brain. So now they're gonna have an accent for you too. So On Guard is incredible for the immune system. It's great for sore throat. It's great for antibacterial, antimicrobial, cleansing your home and your hands. It is your hand sanitizer replacement if you don't have the hand sanitizer. You just put a couple of drops in your hand, clean, done. And then you can eat food. How many of you have like put hand sanitizer in your hands and like eaten something? You're like, it's that bitter, gnarly, nasty. You don't want to eat that stuff. You can eat On Guard all day. So it's a powerful way to support your immune system in an effective way to treat something that you might be struggling with, or to work on the root cause of something that you might be struggling with. So when we talk about effectiveness of essential oils, one thing I want you to, and I hope that you'll take away, is that essential oils are great, great preventers. So we've been conditioned over time to just treat things that happen for us, right? Nobody takes cold medication, for instance, to prevent a cold. We most of the time are taking cold medication once we get the cold. And so we want to recondition your mind that essential oils are great for prevention. So you can take and use essential oils in small daily doses to prevent yourself from catching something or catching it to the extreme that you might have historically caught it. So we're going to lessen that effect of the common cold or any sickness or virus or anything that you experience. So using essential oils preventatively is the best way to support your body. We're just giving it what it needs to do what it's supposed to do. So we are programmed, made, DNA, everything is made to keep you healthy. We want to be healthy. But then sadly, we go eat like donuts and Cheerios all day. And then our body's like, I can't hang with that. We don't give it the fuel and the support that it needs to do what it needs to do and to function at its full potential. So using essential oils to do that is a great way to make sure that you're healthy and you're prepared when you go out into the world and walk into Jerry sneeze on aisle 7, because that's how we get sick. So moving on from effectiveness, we're going to talk about the last cool thing. So we talked about them being safe and we talked about them being effective. Now let's talk about affordability. So essential oils are pennies per dose. So like I depicted before, that image, this is the size of the bottle that's being pictured in all of these. It's a 15 milliliter bottle. These bottles contain 250 drops in every bottle. So if we think about, let's say lavender, that's $20 a bottle. I'm going to pull up a calculator because I'm going to give you guys some fun math. We're going to biology and math class. That is about 8 cents a drop. So whenever you use lavender, when you have to use it throughout the day, either for some type of antihistamine or skin irritation or calming or managing hormones, whatever it is, that's only 8 cents. So we're saving money by using essential oils instead of our typical way of going and getting over the counter things. So there's $6.5 trillion a year spent on global healthcare, which is crazy to me because I'm just like a math person. So it's a lot. We spend a lot on global healthcare. So we can reroute and reallocate those spending habits into natural solutions for us. So lavender, for instance, what do you guys think of when you think of lavender? Or like fill in the blanks for you. Probably calming, right? Soothing. A lot of people think the spa, or I used to think like potpourri. My mom used to have this like potpourri thing that's like lavender and a bunch of flower things. So lavender, a lot of times I think of like, calming. So if you think of lavender as calming, think it's everything calming for the mind, but it's also everything calming for the skin. Like everything. Have you ever been bit by a mosquito? My husband's from Minnesota, where mosquitoes are the state bird. So it's like gnarly, the mosquito bites over there. Lavender, mosquito bite, like handled. Bee sting. I got stung by a bee like 2 years ago. I probably hadn't been stung by a bee since I was like 3. And it was like a nightmare. Those things are evil. Lavender stops a bee sting, like the burning everything. Burn your hand on the stove, lavender. Sunburn, lavender. Any of you have kiddos that just like to touch hot things precariously? They just accidentally, hands are in everything. Lavender is incredible for anything, skin rash, skin irritation, burns, anything like that. And then it's also, like I said before, the thing you think of for relaxation. It's great for supporting the mind, for sleep, for an antihistamine property. It's one of the top antihistamines, so allergies. So when I'm giving you this whole list, that's like an eighth of the power of lavender. So think about that medicine cabinet. We're going to have like 50 things we can target with this one bottle of essential oil in there. So it's like you just have this tool belt you're wearing around all the time when something happens. It's really awesome. So the 3 cool things, just to recap quickly, they're safe, they're super effective, and they're affordable. So now I kind of want to go into how do you use essential oils? So let's talk quickly about that. So these, again, are specific to doTERRA when I talk about how to use essential oils. So the first way is topically. So when you think about using an essential oil topically, think about localized benefits, like on location. So pain in your knee, you might put an essential oil on your knee, or indigestion or stomach ache, you might put an essential oil right on your stomach. Or let's say you have a headache, you might put it like right here across your temples and on your head, avoiding the eyeballs. And then anywhere else that you feel like you need it right there on an area, that's where you would put an essential oil. So just think on location when you think topical use. And now I'm going to talk just about using a carrier oil. You'll probably hear the word dilution a lot as you get more familiar with essential oils. And dilution is just a great way to keep an essential oil localized for a longer period of time. So I'm going to highlight fractionated coconut oil. Carrier oils are fractionated coconut oil. We call it FCO for short, or olive oil, your traditional coconut oil that's like from Costco and it's like this big with the big orange lid. Everybody has that. I know you have that. Any carrier oil, could be avocado oil, anything that's in your kitchen usually. But fractionated coconut oil is just really absorbable by the skin. So that's why we like to use it. And it is liquid at room temperature. So unlike coconut oil that you cook with, it's like rock hard in the pantry. This one is liquid at room temperature. And it's a great pairing with essential oils to keep them on an area longer. So when you dilute an essential oil, it in no way reduces the efficacy of the essential oil or the effect of it. It does none of that. It doesn't make it less effective or anything. So if we take, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you have pain in your knee or inflammation in your knee, and you're like, okay, I'm going to put an essential oil there and it's going to handle the pain and the inflammation. Well, unbeknownst to you, you might have inflammation or pain in your lower intestine or in your back or in your shoulders, or you're carrying some tension in your neck. And so you're going to put an essential oil on your knee and it's going to spread out. It's like a hunter for pain and inflammation when you're using an oil that's meant to target that. So it's like hunting through your body. So now we've spread out thinly your knee, your back, your lower intestine, your neck. And so you might be like, dang it, it's not really helping my knee as much as I thought it would. Well, that's because it's targeting all of the inflammation and pain in your body. So what we would want to do for an example like that is put coconut oil on your knee first and then put the essential oil on. And what that's going to do is slow the absorption rate down so it stays there longer. Same if you were targeting a wrinkle on your face or a blemish. You're like, stay there, handle this thing. Don't go everywhere else. Just like that. I want you to handle that. This is a great way to do that. So topical is the first way of using an essential oil. Now, the second way is aromatic use. So aromatic might be a diffuser, which you see pictured here, and that's diffusing into the air. It could just be opening your bottle and smelling it. That's also aromatic use. Or putting a drop in the palms of your hands and rubbing them together and breathing it, aromatic use. And so when you think aromatic use, think mood, either mood or cleansing the air. So we can positively impact our mood in less than 30 seconds by breathing in essential oil. So if you have like a grouchy person, do this experiment. Put wild orange on yourself, like put it in your hands, rub it on you, and just like hang out by the grouchy person. I'm not kidding. You will feel them shift. I do it all the time. There's always like grouchy people in the airports when I'm traveling. No doubt our airports are stressful and overwhelming and it's crazy amounts of people in there. So you just put on essential oil and you just stand there. And I swear to you, it works almost every time. People are like, gosh, what is that? It smells so good. And you can just feel it. It's an awesome thing. So you have a grumpy kid or a grumpy husband. It's like a wild orange is a good grumpy husband oil. Put it on and just like hang out. Hey, and let them like come down a notch. So it's really good for that. It's also great for cleaning the air. So like I was talking about On Guard on one of the last slides, great for immune system boosting, but also eradicating all of the funky stuff that's in the air. So if somebody's sneezing or somebody's sick or there's just pollen in the air, it's a great thing to diffuse because it's going to hunt through the air and eradicate those things. Unlike a lot of the things people spray in the air, that just masks it. So this is actually eliminating it. So like I said, you can positively impact your mood in less than 30 seconds. And I'm sure you guys have had this experience of the opposite, right? I walk into a cloud of Febreze and I swear I'm like instantly angry. Like, is that like a funky smell? You're like instantly angry. You open the fridge and it's like gross. angry. So we know that it can negatively impact our mood when we smell something funky. So we can flip that by smelling an essential oil and bring our mood back. So this is a great way to do that, is aromatic use. Mood, cleaning the air. So now let's talk about the last of the three ways, so topical and aromatic. The third way is internal use, and this is super specific to doTERRA. I would not recommend going out to your health food store and eating those essential oils. We're just talking about doTERRA here. So when you use an essential oil internally, you can do that either in a drop of water. You can put a drop in water, not just one drop of water. In your water, put a drop of an essential oil, or you can use a veggie capsule. Those are empty capsules like you might see filled at the store, and you open it and then you can drop your essential oils inside and then close it and then swallow it if it's either a taste that you don't particularly enjoy, or you're trying to do multiple oils, or you're really trying to target something specific, or a drop under the tongue. So these are all ways that we might be targeting our urogenital tract or our digestive system, or it might be I'm struggling with some crazy, weird, gnarly illness, and I'm going to get it from like all sides. I'm going to do topical and internal and diffuse. Like I'm coming at it like heavy hitters. So sometimes there's benefits to different application methods. And so this is an option for that. And we would give you a very specific protocol for that should you be using them internally. But every person should be drinking them in their water throughout the day. Any citrus oil, lemon, wild orange, lime, anything. It just supports your digestion. It supports your respiratory system. It's very detoxing. It's a great way to get some essential oils into you. So those are the three ways that you would use essential oils. So let's talk about just a few essential oils that you might not be familiar with or familiar with, just to give you some specifics of the benefits of them. So wild orange, I'm going to change this slide to say grumpy husband oil or grouchy kid oil or weird airport people oil instead of all of those. So wild orange is very energizing. It's invigorating. It's like a mood uplifter. It's my go-to anytime I like just feel funky. Like you can't describe the emotion you're experiencing. It's just like in a funk. Get your wild orange and just smell it. And it's very empowering to feel like you can do something about it. Half the time we struggle through the day. We're like, I don't know why I'm so grumpy. And then you just like perpetually stay grumpy. This is just like an awesome way to get yourself out of the funk. Grab your wild orange. These ATI acronym that you see is aromatic, topical, and internal approval. So you can use this all of the ways. So moving down from wild orange, breathe. Has any of you guys used breathe? It is so good for seasonal stuff. Like it just rained here in California, and like the pollen is like something fierce. It's like all day I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I ate a flower that's like eating me from the inside. Breathe has been my savior. It's so good for opening your airways, for promoting clear breathing day and night. And it's really great for things like respiratory support or asthma or things like that. It's just like a really good one to have in your medicine cabinet to use. So breathe, awesome. If you have breathe or don't have breathe, I want you to remember this. You put a drop, this will blow everybody's mind. You put a drop in the palm of your hand, which I just did. You rub your hands together. You can do this with peppermint too. Kind of all of the ones that are mentholaty, but breathe is really powerful to do with. You rub your hands together and you take one palm like this, and then you'll take your other hand and you'll make like a funnel against it. Oh, this little, look, you guys, I'm getting all this like information here about emails. Let me just get rid of that for you guys so that you don't have this distraction in the way. These guys. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Sometimes computers do weird things. So you have your palm like this, and you make your other one like a funnel, and you'll go like this with it, and you're going to breathe through your mouth. It's almost like an inhaler. And I've helped so many people in like CrossFit competitions and in soccer games with respiratory stuff doing this with breathe. So if you feel like you just, gosh, I just need to open my airways, do that with breathe or peppermint, and it is awesome. I like to do it before I work out so that I'm going into the workout with my lungs all oxygenated and open, as opposed to dying first and then trying to open them up. I like to do everything preventatively. So that's a great way to use breathe. So now let's talk about deep blue. So deep blue is one of my favorite oils for joint pain, inflammation, discomfort, tension, pretty much any type of like pain area, pain point. Deep blue is great for all of those areas. And you can give yourself like a massage, give a massage to someone else. It's really great for managing that stuff. And if you notice, it only has the aromatic and topical letters indicated with this one. And that means this one is not recommended for internal use. And so when you are looking at an essential oil bottle, I just want to offer this aside. There is a supplemental facts label on every bottle that is recommended for internal use. So this is wild orange, and it has that supplemental facts label. It's just a quick way to know if you should consume it or not. Deep blue, on the other hand, does not have that supplemental facts label on it, indicating that it is not recommended for internal use. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to die if you get some deep blue in your mouth. It just means it's not going to do what it's meant to do or intended to do if you consume it. So deep blue is great for topical and aromatic use. So that one is awesome. It comes in a rub form also, as well as the oil. I use that one constantly. Okay, anybody ever have digestion stuff happen? This is like, I mean, like full range of digestive stuff. Could be bloating, could be gassy, could have constipation, diarrhea, heartburn, indigestion, general, just I ate something that my stomach doesn't like very much and I just am uncomfortable. Any of it, Digestion is the oil for it. So it's like crazy that it can target that entire range of digestion stuff. So it's a very powerful one to have for anything that's like that. I always have it around the holidays. If I go out to eat, I have kind of a sensitive stomach to like non-organic or not grass-fed meat. And so that can upset my stomach. So I'll do Digestion right before I eat. And that'll just help improve my digestion of anything that I'm eating that I'm not knowing what's in it. So Digestion is great for internal aromatic and topical use. And I would recommend having that in that medicine cabinet. And then let's talk about Frankie. Frankincense is the absolute Swiss Army knife of essential oils. Like my husband says, I have a love affair with frankincense. Like every time he's like, Frank, he calls it Frank so that everybody doesn't know that I'm talking about frankincense. They think like, oh, she's just hanging out with Frank. They're like, who's Frank? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. So frankincense is totally the essential oil that does it all. It's great for your nervous system. It helps support your cells. It makes them perform optimally. If you ever have unhealthy cells, it helps to right those cells, or it will help unhealthy cells like die so that they stop replicating. It is like one of the most powerful oils. So the motto that goes with this one is, when in doubt, use frankincense. Literally doesn't matter what it is. If you're like, I'm struggling, I don't have a reference, I can't get a hold of anybody, I don't know what to use, the answer is frankincense. Every time, it's frankincense. So just go with that. It promotes calm feelings. It's great for the mood. It's great for the digestive system. It's great for focus. It's great for head tension, sleep. It's just the do all be all of essential oils. And it's also an enhancer of essential oils. So if you ever used an oil, let's say deep blue for the joints and the muscles on that knee that's achy, and you're like, I need it to be like more intense, you would layer frankincense on top. So it like drives essential oils in deeper. So it's like the booster for all the oils, frankincense booster. So remember that when you think of frankincense. And this one is also great for aromatic, topical, and internal use. So this is a daily use for me. Every day when I wake up, it's on my nightstand. And I just put a drop under my tongue when I wake up, when I go to bed. And anytime I walk into my room and I see it, I'm like, Frank. So maybe I do have a love affair with Frank. I don't know. I guess this is the first time I'm admitting it to anybody. So frankincense is great to have in your medicine cabinet. So lemon. Let's just talk about lemon quickly. Lemon is a staple. It will clean everything in your body and in your house, like anything. If you have permanent marker, no joke, on the wall, lemon gets it off. If you have gum stuck in your hair or your kiddo's hair, you just rub lemon on it, it comes out. It's like crazy. If you have kiddos, this is just like a side tip, and you use those like rubber bandy, those like tiny little rubber bands that you put their hair up in, and like little things, and they're just like such a pain. You got to break them out. You put lemon on the tip of your finger and just rub it on there, and they just burst open. Like they don't get caught or pull hairs or anything. It's just magic. Water spots, anything. And then when you drink it in your water, it cleanses your body of any petrochemicals or any toxins that are in your body that you just might be exposed to, because we're exposed to all kinds of stuff when we're walking around outside. So lemon's a really good one to be using daily in your body and just having it in your house. I actually used it the other day to get the adhesive from a sticker off of something. I pulled the sticker off and it always leaves that like stuff that you're like scraping forever off. You literally just rub lemon on it and it breaks it down and takes it off. It's hack for you. You'll never have a problem with a sticker again. So those are kind of the top oils. I like to say like the top 10 oils that are just powerful to have in your home, and you will be equipped for 99.9% of the things that might come up in your life or in your family's life or somebody that you know. You'll be able to help them with those top 10 oils. So who the heck, after all that, wants to feel awesome? If you don't already feel awesome, do you want to feel awesome? So I want to highlight this because this is doTERRA's bread and butter. You'll be shocked by this, I'm sure, if you don't already know, but they are an essential oil company, but their number one selling product is their supplements, which is crazy. I was not a supplement taker at all. And I was super skeptical of any supplements that I did take because I always felt like crap. I would take a supplement and I felt like I was going to throw up if I didn't eat a bunch of food with it. And come to find out, that's because my body was rejecting most of the things because they're synthetically made in a lab somewhere. So I was like, okay, I don't know about these, but I kind of did my research on them and I've never felt better. If this is my desert island thing, if I could only ever have one thing in my life, as much as I love Frank, it would be this Lifelong Vitality Pack. And here's why. These are whole food and whole plant-based vitamins. So it's like they've just taken food and dehydrated it and put it in loose packed capsules for us to take and to absorb. And so they're powerful in our body to give us a foundation for proper nutrition, proper support. They're awesome. So it's maximum nutrition for energy, for focus, relief of lots of different inflammatory responses in the body. So we have, if we break it down, in that pack, in that box that you see pictured there, is a whole food and whole plant-based vitamin. It is all of your marine and land omegas, and it is your mitochondrial function, which is like the energy guys that crap out at like 2 p.m. and you're like, cool, I need a nap. So that pack together is foundational nutrition. And so when we take a foundational nutritional supplement, we can get our bodies to baseline. And so the way I like to think about it is these supplements and the oils together is like the best marriage. So like I was describing before, when you put an oil on your knee, for example, and it might go to your neck and your back and your intestines and everywhere else. If we can take a supplement to get our insides at baseline and a foundation, now the essential oils can really work everywhere else. And so this is a great way to just get our bodies to homeostasis. So what they do, their mission with this pack, is get you to have more energy, less brain fog, less funk feeling, less inflammation, less pain, better sleep, more focus, all of those things. So it's going to target your stress responses. It's going to target your inflammatory response. Sometimes our bodies just need re-educating on how to perform optimally. So my best analogy for this is I like to say it's like taking your guts back to preschool, right? Like we've eaten so much funky stuff as kids that our bodies have learned how to process things incorrectly. And so forever we're like trying to fix it. And they're like, but I'm supposed to do this, and I'm supposed to produce this much digestive enzyme, and I'm supposed to do this with my gut flora, and I'm supposed to do this and this and this. And sometimes it's not right. So we need to like take our guts and sit them down in school at a desk and be like, listen, you're doing it wrong. Like, let's figure out how to do it right. And that's what these do. They go in there and they re-educate our cellular system on how to properly function. So take your guts back to preschool with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you tried it for 30 days and you call them and tell them it wasn't the big fluffy unicorn that Haylie told me it was going to be, they'll give you your money back, like no question at all. So if you can, I would encourage you to try it. If you're already taking a supplement, I would encourage you to stop taking that supplement for just 30 days to compare and try this one, because you might find that you get more of a result and more of a benefit from it. So I would encourage you to do that. So this is, if you want to take a screenshot of this, you can. This is kind of just like a dive into the education that comes with becoming a part of the doTERRA community and using essential oils in your life. So this is a daily protocol from Dr. Hill, and he is the co-founder and chief of science and research at doTERRA. And so he's given us this snapshot of a really good baseline protocol through your day. So we have a morning protocol, an afternoon and evening, and then a bedtime protocol. And this is just like the basics of where you would start. So you'd be using some essential oils in the morning, you'd be using some essential oils under your tongue, and then you'd be taking your supplements. Same with the afternoon, and then some specifics for bedtime and for evening. So if you want, feel free to take a screenshot of that or a picture of it. It's really good to just have as like a reference. And this is something you can probably find on Google as well, but I think it's very helpful. So that's just the daily protocol that goes along with the daily habits. So a great way to just get some essential oils incorporated into your life. So I want to talk about health concerns. So if you just imagine for a second, you don't have to chat this in or anything, but just for like 4 seconds, think about some health concerns that might be coming up for you or somebody that you know. I'm always the one that's thinking about everyone else. I'm like, my cousin has this thing and my brother has this thing and he's so anxious all the time, or he's struggling with stress, or gosh, his allergies are so bad. So some health concerns that might come up for you or other people. I want you to just for a second imagine what life would be like without them. Like this was like a pie in the sky for me. I was like, okay, I've had allergies my whole life and I've taken everything under the sun. Nothing works. I don't have allergies. Like I already don't have symptoms of allergies anymore. I'm totally able to manage them. So it's like, is real. So just imagine for a second what it would be like if you didn't have to struggle with any of the things that are coming up for you, or the people that you care about aren't struggling. It's an awesome thing to be able to incorporate natural things into your life that don't have any side effects to help. So let me tell you guys how you can get these essential oils if you either don't already have them, or you're looking to get them in your life, or somebody that you know is interested in getting them. This is a way that you can share with them how they can get them. So there's 3 ways that you can purchase essential oils through doTERRA. You can purchase them retail. I don't recommend retail because it is the most expensive way, and you only really should be paying retail in like a doctor's office or a spa or something like that. So I would steer away from retail if you can, just because it's not practical. The second way though that you can get essential oils is at wholesale. So you can get everything at 25% below retail, and you can do that just like a Costco membership. So if you guys are familiar with Costco, you just pay for a membership for the year, right? And you just get to go shop at Costco whenever you want. This is the exact same thing. You're not obligated to ever shop at Costco again after you got a membership, but you can if you want to. So that's what number 2 is, wholesale. You can choose to shop at doTERRA anytime you want at wholesale prices. And that's $35 to do that for a whole year. And then your second year in progressively after that, it's only $25. And they actually send you a free peppermint every year after. So I think peppermint's $20. So your renewal is $5 if you decide that you're going to renew with doTERRA. So it's not an expensive thing. So then the third way, which is the smartest way to do it and the way that I do it, is below wholesale. And so this is where you can begin with a starter package, and that waives the $35 membership for the year. So it's just included for the whole year. And you can start accruing points, basically like doTERRA bucks that you can cash in for free stuff. And so we can explain that more in detail if that's something that you're interested in, but it is the smartest way. And what I want you to know is there's no obligation to anything. This isn't like get a membership, you're stuck with it for a year, 6 months, whatever, have to spend so much or whatever. Nothing, literally nothing. It's like the easiest thing to just do or choose not to do. It's great. So those are the 3 ways to do it. And when you do join our community, what you get and what you can expect from me if you enroll with me or anybody that invited you here, and what you can expect from them is you'll get a welcome package, either in the mail or hand delivered, right? Or via email or carrier pigeon. Sometimes carrier pigeons are faster these days with the delays in shipping. You'll also get a personal wellness consultation. And so that is, we will open your bottles together via Zoom or in person or however Either I do it or the person who you enroll with does. And they will create, and I will create, a personalized wellness plan for you. Because what works for you in your life and your family's life might not be the same for someone else. And so we really want to tailor this to things that you're working on. So we do that together. And then you also get access to our educational support groups, our community, our giveaways, and then ongoing support. So this is a basics workshop. We're kind of just like touching our toes in to the pond. We do future classes and ongoing classes on like deeper dives into very specific topics that are awesome. So when you're like getting familiar with it, right, you always want to know more information. And so we really unpack lots of different topics as a community. So it's really great. You have all kinds of support and education around this. So as a part of the Visionary Leaders Collective, we have heart-centered leadership, education from doctors and naturopathic physicians. We have business training. We have a huge global community of people. So there's like people all over the world, and we're always supporting each other. And then we have Facebook groups. We have a community website. In caps, we're like fun as heck people. So if you're thinking like, I just need more fun in my life, this is the place you want to be. We are so dang fun. So you can check out hellovisionary.life and see our upcoming events and our upcoming community education. It's just great. So when I was talking about a second ago that you can start at below wholesale, these are some of those starter packages that you can start with to waive that membership fee. So I'm just going to highlight 4 of them for you so you can get an idea of how those are laid out. But this first one is one of my absolute favorites. It's called the Healthy Habits Kit. And that screenshot that I had said you could take a screenshot of, the Dr. Hill's daily protocol, that is based on this kit. So if you got this kit, you have everything that you need to do that protocol. And so this includes those supplements I was talking about, the deep blue rub, where I mentioned the deep blue oil comes in a rub, and then, which is kind of great for like larger body areas, big muscles and stuff. And then it comes with 5 essential oils. So we can really target your body and your insides, taking your guts back to preschool, right? And then we have 5 other essential oils to target the rest. And then it's also going to include a probiotic and live digestive enzymes to help your body absorb the nutrition from the food that you're eating. So this is a great kit to start with. Then if we look at the next one, this one is called the Healthy Start Kit. So this has the top 10 essential oils that could really equip your entire medicine cabinet and a diffuser. And so this one is 5 milliliter bottles. And so it's about the third of the size of the big ones that I was showing you guys earlier. But it's a great one to just get your toes wet. If you're like, I just want to get the top 10, this is what works for me. It's an absolute hands down perfect way to equip your medicine cabinet and be prepared. So that's a great one. The next one is the Home Essentials Kit. So this is basically the Healthy Habits Kit that I just showed you before, but it's the full size bottles. So you get another 2/3 of essential oils with this one. These are the big bottles with the 250 drops. So you get those top 10 oils and a little bit bigger of a diffuser, and it has everything that's going to come up in your house: sickness, allergies, pain, inflammation, burning. It has Frankie in there. You guys have Frank in there. I can't handle it. And then the last one that I want to highlight is the Aromatouch Kit. So this is one that's really great for supporting your inflammatory responses and pain responses and stress. This is like, if that's what you need to do, this is the kit for you. And it's really cool because the Aromatouch Kit is geared towards what's called the Aromatouch technique. And that's a systematic way of layering essential oils on the spine and on the feet to balance all of your body systems. So some of you on here are probably familiar with the Aromatouch technique. I'm a certified Aromatouch practitioner, and so I get to do Aromatouch techniques on people on a massage table. And so if that's something that you love doing and you love giving that way and giving somebody an essential oil experience that's really going to help balance their body, you can enroll with the Aromatouch Kit, and it comes with the Aromatouch certification course. So you'll learn through an online forum how to do that technique and then get a certification so that you can actually do it for people. So this is a great way if you're interested in doing that for people, or if you're wanting to share it that way. I recommend that. So this is something I just want to highlight for anybody that is wanting to either enroll with us today or to share with other people. If you're on here and you've brought some people with you, there is a gather and give enrollment promotion this month. It's actually all the way through June 30th. So it's 3 months. So from April 1st to June 30th, if you enroll 3 new members, so if you help 3 people just get essential oils in their life with at least $100 when they join, you'll get the Yarrow Palm Body Renewal Serum. So this is like heaven for your skin. It's just like powerful moisturizer, blemishes, like skin elasticity. It's like great for that. And then if you enroll 5 people, you'll get not only that serum, but a rose facial mist. So this is just like a fun way to be able to share with other people, because I know I always think about other people when I'm learning about this stuff. So good health never goes out of style. So why doTERRA and why now? So this is the largest essential oil company in the world. They are the most trusted, the most tested on the market. And we partner with a lot of doctors and hospitals worldwide. So we've partnered with Johns Hopkins University and Vanderbilt to really help incorporate essential oils in a therapeutic and medicinal sense. And we work directly with farmers. So if you guys have any holistic like callings to you, or humanitarian callings, this is like the company that has it all out there. So they partner with all of the local villages that source and distill all of these essential oils. They don't own any of them. So they are helping all of these third world countries and underdeveloped countries create infrastructure and have stable jobs and have a sustainable source of income. And so that income source for some small village might not be like money. So doTERRA might go in and deliver goats or cows or build a freshwater well or build a school. So it's like so cool to be a part of them because they are just like doing great things in the world. In terms of them as a partnership in business, they have a great compensation plan, 65% retention rate, and they're just awesome. Like they're awesome. All I can say is that I should cross those out. They're awesome. So you guys might be thinking, I want to know who's in this group, right? There's 3 types of people that usually attend my workshops. You're either sitting there thinking, okay, I'm ready to incorporate essential oils into my life or have a wellness lifestyle. I just want to use them and want to get my life and my family's life right. I encourage you to get an essential oil starter package, and we will help you incorporate those into your life and your family's life. And then some of you might be sitting here thinking, yeah, I want to get all of those things in my life and my family's life, but I also want to get those things paid for. And I'd love to have my products for free. And I'd love to help some of my family and friends like learn about it. That might be some of you willing to share or to start sharing the joy and passion of essential oils with other people. And then some of you might be sitting there thinking, I want to do what Haylie's doing, sitting in her space, wherever she is on Zoom, teaching about essential oils. And so you can supplement or completely replace your income doing that. And so those are typically the 3 types of people that come to my classes. And so if you just quickly, I'm going to just give a little sample, because some people at the end of an intro class think, I love this and I'm really intrigued by it. How would you make money doing what you're doing? How do you make money doing what I'm doing? And for me, I feel like I am getting paid by helping people. Like, I don't think I'm working a day in my life. I'm just helping as many people as humanly possible. And I'm so passionate about it. And so how do you make money with doTERRA? Because everybody asks this question afterwards. So I'm going to answer it now. All you do is give somebody an essential oil experience. And then you teach them about that experience and how to use them, just like I did. And then we help them get essential oils into their life, which I would help you and support you forever. Like that's it. And you get paid to do that. So when you're going out into the world and doing good things for people, you get compensated. And so it's a really great company to be a part of. This is just a snapshot of some of the income potential with doTERRA. You can make anywhere from $365 a month to $105,000 a month and upwards of that. And so it's not pie in the sky. It's a very realistic graph, but this is what it is. And so I love people to just know that going in, if they ever decide they'd like to earn an income on the side or supplement their income somehow, this is a great way to do it. And so this is, if you wanted to get your essential oils paid for, how much time is involved? 3 to 5 hours. So if those of you are sitting there, like, I want to get some essential oils, but I also want to not have to pay for it. you could do that in 3 to 5 hours a week. And you would have a mentor to teach you how to do that. If you want to supplement your income, you would be doing that in 5 to 15 hours a week. And then if you're completely looking to replace your income, it's like a full-time job, 15 to 30 hours a week. I'd say closer to the higher end of that. And so if you are at all passionate about essential oils, answer these questions for yourself. If you love people, if you don't love people, it's probably going to be hard for you. But if you can follow a system, we have such a simple system, and just do things, this works for you. So just consider those things if you're ever looking for some way to either earn an income, help more people, reach more people, give back to the world and make an impact. This is a great way to do it. And so I wanted to just let you guys know that us as a Visionary Leaders Collective has a launch day workshop this Sunday from 11 to 2. And so you can register by taking a screenshot of this image, and you can do that at bit.ly/launch day workshop. And my dearest friend, Erin Fugate, will be leading that. And this is like, if you're like, I don't know if it's for me. I don't know if I want to do that. I just want more information. Maybe I'm kind of curious a little bit, maybe. If you are, just attend and you'll get more information that way. And so it's an awesome way to just get more information, or you might know somebody who's looking for financial support or looking for a new job or looking for a fun way to help people, or they love the heck out of essential oils already. It's a great way to get more information. So if you would like to attend that this Sunday, April 24th from 11 to 2. And so the next step is reaching out to the person who invited you here. I'm going to stop the screen share really quick so you can see my face again. So reach out to the person who invited you here tonight, and we can get you started. If that was me, please reach out to me. We can get you started with the right kit for you. If you know what you want and ready to go, reach out to that person and tell them which kit you would like to get started with. If you know you want to get essential oils, but you're not sure what's the right fit, we can also help you identify that way. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you feel empowered and educated and are ready to get essential oils into your life, or have a little more understanding of them. But thank you everybody for coming. If you have any questions, you want to chat them through or even just ask them, I'm happy to stay on for a couple of minutes to answer those questions. But I'm so grateful and gracious that you spent a couple of minutes with me this evening so that you could learn a little bit more about essential oils. And I hope that I get to see you again in the future.